On the morning of June 12, 1962, at Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay, 3 prisoners, Frank Morris, John Anglin, and his brother Clarence, did not respond to the 7 a.m. roll call. A guard discovered lifelike papier-mâché heads in their beds, realizing the prisoners had vanished. Chaos ensued as investigators tried to understand how these men escaped the super-secure prison. Another prisoner, Alan West, admitted he was part of the escape plan, but failed to get out of his cell in time. In exchange for leniency, he revealed the details of the escape. Despite Alcatraz's reputation as the most secure prison in the country, the 3 men managed to escape the complex. Even if one escaped Alcatraz, they still had to contend with 6 watchtowers, a 20-foot fence with barbed wire, and the dark, turbulent waters of the San Francisco Bay. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers had a long history of escapes. Morris, a career criminal, had been in and out of the system since age 13, mostly for robbery charges. He was known as the Houdini of the prison system for his numerous successful escapes before being sent to Alcatraz. John and Clarence Anglin, career criminals from the Florida-Georgia area, had robbed a bank in Ohio with a toy gun and were sent to Alcatraz after trying to escape Leavenworth Prison. According to West's testimony, he was the mastermind behind the plot. The prisoners needed a way out of their cells and into the maintenance corridor behind them. Each cell had an air vent below the sink, and due to the facility's deterioration, the prisoners used spoons to scrape away the concrete around the vent. They worked at night, standing guard for each other, and covered up their handiwork with green paint and papier-mâché vents. Morris and the Anglins made their way through the hole and climbed up pipes in the maintenance hallway to check the vent West had picked for the escape. The vent was bolted in place, so they needed time out of their cells over weeks and months to file down the bolt, facing regular nightly checks by the guards. To convince the guards they were still in their cells, the escapees designed fake heads for their prison beds. The dummy heads were made from papier-mâché, soap, and cement, with real human hair clippings from the barbershop. These fake heads gave the escapees the time they needed out of their cells to file down the bolt and gain access to the roof. But getting out of the building was only half the plan. They also had to figure out a way to the shore. The escapees turned prison rain jackets into an inflatable raft and several life preservers. Using a Popular Mechanics magazine, they figured out how to make them and came up with waterproof glue to keep them together in the water. They also fashioned paddles out of wood scraps and plywood found around the prison and used a concertina as a bellows to inflate the makeshift raft. Around 10 p.m., Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin launched their makeshift raft into the treacherous waters of the San Francisco Bay, never to be seen again. The next morning, the big question was whether they made it. The FBI launched a search, and Alan West, identified as the 4th escapee, provided crucial information. He revealed that the convicts planned to head 2 miles north to Angel Island instead of 1 mile south to San Francisco. Angel Island, home to a decommissioned missile base, had few people and potential boats the men could use to reach the mainland, Marin County. While searching the waters around Angel Island, investigators found a sealed packet made of rubber raincoats with family pictures inside, confirming it belonged to the Anglins. They also found a makeshift wooden paddle off Angel Island. On December 31st, 1979, the FBI officially closed the case and handed it over to the U.S. Marshals. The case remained dormant until 2003, when U.S. Marshal Michael Dyke found compelling evidence in government documents. He discovered a stolen car report in Marin County on the night of the escape, with an eyewitness reporting 3 men inside. A police report from Stockton, California, nearly 100 miles east of Marin County, mentioned a man forced off the road by a blue Chevy driven by 3 men. If this evidence is to be trusted, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers may have survived the frigid waters and fled to Angel Island according to plan. This story remains one of the great mysteries of the 20th century, capturing the imagination of many who love it when an underdog wins. No bodies or evidence of their death have ever been found, leaving their fate a tantalizing mystery. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring history's greatest mysteries.